There's a lot of talk about ground and air military equipment, but you can rarely find out about warships from the mass media. Let's fix this and take a closer look at the new additions of the Russian Navy. And there's something to talk about, I guarantee you. Russia has always sought to strengthen its power at sea. It began to pay a lot of attention to its own fleet at the beginning of the 18th century. And by the end of that century, the Imperial Russian fleet was the third largest and most efficient in the world after Great Britain and France. During the 19th century, Russia kept the bar high for its fleet, having achieved its recognition throughout the world. At the beginning of the 20th century, the Russian fleet suffered a resounding fiasco in the Russo-Japanese War, but this only became a springboard for its further development. Large-scale rearmament and fantastic sums invested in the development of the military power of the fleet yielded results. By the beginning of World War II, Russia's naval staff consisted of 3 battleships, 7 cruisers, 59 leaders and destroyers, 218 submarines, 269 torpedo boats, 22 patrol ships, 88 minesweepers, 77 auxiliary vessels. Impressive, isn't it? Russia continues to keep a high bar for the power of its navy, and it's actively developing it. So for this year, 32 new ships for various purposes entered the Russian Navy. Let's get to know them better. In 2021, the Navy was supplemented by 2 Borei-A-class strategic nuclear submarines. The new cruisers named Prince Oleg and Generalissimo Suvorov are equipped with Bulava ballistic missiles. They were created according to an improved design. Submarines of the new class differ from the previous Boreyevs by greater stealth, improved control facilities, communication and hydroacoustic systems, as well as more comfortable living conditions for the crew. In addition, the Northern Fleet of Russia received the first diesel-electric submarine, Varshavyanka, of Project 636.3. It's considered to be the quietest in the world. 6 submarines of this type are now serving in the Black Sea. 6 more will be delivered to the Pacific Fleet in the coming years. In addition to submarines, the Russian Navy also received new surface ships. Among them are Project 20380 corvettes of the Steregushchi type, Sharp and Zealous, which have already entered the Pacific Fleet. The main armament of these corvettes are Uranus launchers. Each corvette has 8 such installations, each of which is equipped with X-35 anti-ship missiles. They have a 145-kilogram warhead and reach targets at a distance of more than 250 kilometers. At the same time, the upgraded ships of the same project will be able to carry Kaliber cruise missiles. The Navy already has 6 surface ships of this series, as they've shown themselves more than positively. Therefore, there's nothing strange in the fact that in August of this year, the Ministry of Defense signed another 8-year contract for an additional batch of 6 ships. Also, in this year, the rank of small missile ships of the Navy has been replenished. The shipbuilders handed over to the fleet another Buyan M armed with the Kaliber NK Universal Missile System. Buyans have a displacement of only 950 tons, but this does not prevent them from being extremely effective. They have repeatedly demonstrated their abilities in real combat conditions, firing at terrorist ground targets during the Syrian campaign. 8 ships of this class are already serving in the Black, Baltic, and Caspian Seas. In addition to the Buyans, another small missile ship called the Graveron, which is now undergoing state tests, is to join the Navy. In addition to these ships, Russia is actively working on prototypes of completely new warships, which have no analogs in the world, nor will there be any in the near future. So, at the Sredny Nevsky shipyard in St. Petersburg, for the needs of the Russian fleet, the last mine defense ships are serially built, which have no analogs in the world. The commander-in-chief of the Russian Navy, Admiral Nikolai Evmenov, announced this in an interview with the Krasnaya Zvezda newspaper. According to him, these ships are made of monolithic fiberglass. They're characterized by increased strength, maneuverability, and survivability. At the moment, new ships are undergoing the necessary tests and are gradually entering the fleet. Also in Russia, construction is underway of large landing ships of Project 11711, several multi-purpose frigates of the Fars Sea Zone and their subsequent modifications. In addition, Project 22800 small missile ships are also under construction, but unfortunately, detailed information is not available in open sources. At the same time, the auxiliary fleet is being updated. Large hydrographic vessels and boats are being built. Also, the testing of the second frigate of Project 22350, called Admiral of the Kasatonov Fleet, is now coming to an end. In addition, the shipbuilders of Severnaya Verf are preparing the next ship, Admiral of the Fleet Golovko, for launching. Also, the plant continues construction of the frigate Admiral of the Fleet of the Soviet Union Isakov. The active construction of warships of a new class also affected submarines. Thus, Sevmash will build 2 Project 955A strategic nuclear submarines, and Admiralty shipyards will build 2 Project 636.3 diesel-electric submarines, which we've already mentioned earlier today. The first stage of construction began at the end of August of 21. Also, at the Amur shipyard begins the construction of corvettes of Project 20380 and 20385. The Russian Navy also plans to start building new nuclear-powered ships. So in Severodvinsk, they will begin to build 2 nuclear-powered ships under the names Dmitry Donskoy and Prince Potemkin. These ships will be included in the number of Borei-class submarines in the Navy. So as you can see, Russia has really started to actively develop its Navy. Some of the ships have already joined the Navy this last year, some are still undergoing a mandatory stage of state inspections, and some ships are only at the construction stage. Most of the new developments of the Russian Navy are expected to be submarines, and also small rocket ships and corvettes. Unfortunately, most of the information about what properties and technical characteristics the new warships will have is strictly classified, since it's practically unavailable in open sources. But nevertheless, the available information is quite enough to say with confidence that new developments will be at a level higher than modern ones. Perhaps even the most advanced in the world. Who knows? Follow our videos and you'll be the first to learn about the new developments of warships and other military equipment. Subscribe to our channel.